global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today. Gradually, sit at home is beginning to find expression in Delta State. And of course, the government, the security agencies, and the likes are beginning to speak up and talk about it. UGM, Ipob, sit at home, and they all talked in one voice. It looks like Ipob in recent time may be gaining a lot of momentum than most Nigerians thought. Fairly recently, even Kanu, Christian Association of Nigerians, had to beg Ipob over their stand on W.F. Kumuyi, Pastor W.F. Kumuyi's crusade branch in Abia State. Right now, again, it's still on Ipob. Before we go into the newspaper to find out the fate of Delta State and the issue of sit at home, UGM, in Delta, would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. But the Delta State government has appealed to members of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, to adopt other ways of driving home their agitation. Although it blamed the Nigerian government for its poor handling of agitations in the country, it noted that the current sit-at-home approach was not only putting the lives of residents in danger, but also negatively affecting the economy of the southeast and neighboring states. Hoodlums suspected to be linked to the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, while enforcing the sit-at-home order, allegedly killed one person, razed 2 trucks and 1 tricycle, and riddled a Volkswagen car with bullets on Wednesday in Ubulu, near Asaba, Delta State. Addressing journalists after the state's executive council meeting in Asaba, the Commissioner for Information, Charles Aniegu, admitted that the Nigerian government did not handle the issue relating to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, properly. It is true, some of us believe the federal government, I'm quoting him now, he said it is true, some of us believe the federal government should have been able to handle the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, our brother, much more mature, in such a way that it will not lead to agitations. Nobody is happy about what is happening in the southeast. And so we plead with our brothers who are asking people to stay at home to take a second look at it, because it does appear we are inflicting more injury on our people. It is affecting our economy in the southeast. I use the word because whatever that happens to our brothers in the southeast also happens to us. So we are pleading with our brothers to adopt another means of agitating without having to pose danger to the livelihood or any other person for that matter, while we hope that the federal government would possibly find reasons these things are happening, he said. Wow. Quite a lot of people are shouting seconded here. This is quite deep. This is, permit me to say, very open. And this is one person that have said to speak up without necessarily being politically correct. While we may say, what will one day do? Some others are saying just one sacrifice of one day should not be able to break your bank. But remember, 3 days has gone, like Simon Ekpa will say, done and dusted. 7 days is around the corner. They are actually looking towards gearing towards 7 days sit at home. A time will come, once that one is done and dusted, we'll be looking at 1 month sit at home. When that one is also done, dusted, we'll look at 3 months sit at home. When that one is done, dusted, we'll look at 6 months sit at home. It's just a matter of time. The people may likely revolt. No one will sit at home for 1 month and you expect the person to smile at you, especially those whose daily income is dependent on it. We need to be reasonable in this whole approach. That's my personal opinion, though. Quite a lot of people have been talking about it. A whole lot of people believe that what this person said from Delta State is nothing but the truth. And he's calling out because he believes what happened in Southeast happens to them, and the neighboring states are also directly and indirectly being affected. Bit by bit is creeping into Asaba. Who knows? In a couple of months, who knows? Maybe we'll be seeing more of sit at home in Asaba. Who knows? Depending on how it is being, controlled. But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over this matter. This one here is saying, Anyoma-led Delta State government announces allegiance to Southeast. I don't know what this person is writing. This person here said, now this is more mature than additional threats, which will only complicate the issue. It's better to sit at home and allow peace to reign than fight against it at home and increase insecurity. And that person here is saying, were they forced to stay at home in Delta State, or is it just solidarity? If it's solidarity, then let them be useless. They are government workers. Another person is saying illiterate don't have a different strategy. Most of them are criminals and prison escapees. Crime is their only way of life. Another person has said this is more matured approach than initial grandstanding and muscle flexing. But okay, but let's look at this. There's something he said that caught my attention. He said the indigenous people of Biafra needs to find a way around this. They should find another means of agitating other than sitting at home. What I've been thinking, brainstorming over that statement. What other means would they use in present day Nigerian situation that will guarantee these guys that is agitating their safety? If a lot of people out there have been insisting that for better effect, that those agitating, those enforcing sit at home, those who are aggrieved, those who are marginalized, should all march down to Aso Rock, all right, and in Abuja, and air their views. I smiled in Swahili because that will technically mark their end. They believe in looking out for those who are the members. So, obviously, from all indication, those agitating know that that's dead on arrival. It can't work. It's not even an option open to them. But a whole lot of people are saying they should go ahead and do that. But now, the only option they can do that will affect the government of the day in Southeast and possibly the environs is the sit at home. And that sit at home also technically will not physically, affect the people. Of course, if it doesn't go beyond a particular time, because 3 days, 1 day, okay, could call it manageable. When it gets to 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, now that is problem in itself. So you now look at the whole scenario with the commissioner saying that you find another route of agitating or showing their grievances. I don't see any other route they would probably use in the present Nigerian situation that will hit home, that will drive home their point. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Do have a nice